So you were asking about repetitive injuries, things like that. What questions do you get when you're talking about injuries that aren't as obvious as falling and breaking your leg?
Repetitive trauma is always hard. Working on a computer all day long, I'm constantly keying things in. Now my right wrist is hurting. A lot of people don't realize, hey, that's workers' comp. That is a harder, in my opinion, much harder to prove. And when our clients come to us, it's difficult to pinpoint
It is.
when that you could have first known
Right.
that this happened.
Yeah.
And you're asking clients to go back sometimes a year, maybe longer, as to when they first felt that little twinge here and just didn't realize it. So repetitive trauma is always one of my least favorite because it's so hard.
It's one of those issues where a work accident is like Bob fell down the stairs while he was at work, or Bob got involved in a car crash while he was driving his delivery route. But many times work injuries can be a lot more subtle. They can be things like the repetitive use of one arm. I've actually had people that work in dentist's office, the dental hygienist, they got to hold their arm around somebody's head for such a long period of time that their shoulder starts developing problems, or administrative professionals that have to type in constantly. You see a lot of that. People that inspect parts on assembly lines, they've developed these micro traumas that happen over time, and over the course of time, those tiny repetitive traumas result in their inability to do their job. And that's a workers' compensation injury. That's work related.
Hair salons are another good one.
Hair salons, so those are all kinds of, there's so many different ways that you can suffer a work accident. It is not cut and dry. If you think that you've got an injury or you're having pain that's associated with your work, you might be entitled to workers' compensation. And you need to talk to somebody about it. Don't be afraid to come into a lawyer's office. Just demand that you get to talk to the lawyer. At some point in time, you need to be face to face with your lawyer. That's, if I could have people come away with this with one thing, is that you need to talk to your lawyer in person. Okay, not some lawyer that's in Atlanta or by Zoom or something like that. You need to be able to sit down and have access to your lawyer.
Yes, I love that we are face to face. You get a lot more details, a lot more information when you're one-on-one.
Yeah, and I know that the world is going towards digital, and I use digital myself, but I want all of my clients to know that if I'm using digital, for the most part, it's because the client wants me to use digital. And I get gas prices are high and travel and stuff like that. I want to be sensitive to those things, but the best course is for you to sit down and be able to talk to your lawyer, not to some, I don't know, some representative in Atlanta.
First initial meeting's always important in person.
I'd always get a feel for whether or not I want to help somebody, whether or not it's a relationship that I want to get involved in. So it's important for me to get a good feel for somebody at the table. I think it's just as important for the lawyer as it is for the client to have a good in-person, face-to-face meeting.